What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the Ball Don't Lie podcast, the Football Don't Lie podcast. So what we're going to be giving our Week 1 predictions for the NFL. We have the full week schedule. We're going to be giving our predictions for every game. Let's start off with the midweek game, man. So we got Cowboys versus Buccaneers Thursday, 8:20 p.m. Eastern time. Now, Cowboys versus Buccaneers. This is like a very, you know, it's a very controversial game to predict to call because both teams are very good. I'll start it off, I guess. I'm gonna go Buccaneers in this one. Are we giving like scores or like just predictions of who's gonna win?
We can just do we can just do predictions, and then if you want, you can add score. I guess.
I got like Buccaneers by like probably by like 7. I think it's gonna be like a one touchdown victory. I think it's gonna be pretty close. So yeah, give me Bucks.
Hudson, you can go first.
All right, yeah, I'm also gonna go with the Bucks here. I think it's a pretty obvious one to me. Usually, it's the Super Bowl champs that started off with the win on Thursday Night Football. Prescott's back, so we'll finally get to see him in action. But either way, I think that the Bucks coming off that Super Bowl victory, they're going to be able to take this Week 1 victory.
I don't know if y'all watch Skip and Shannon, but apparently some Cowboys rookie said, he said Tom Brady isn't mobile, and he started throwing shots at Tom Brady. Well, Micah Parsons also said we're gonna match weapon for weapon, and as Shannon Sharp famously said, what weapons? Because the Cowboys defense has no weapons. They have nobody to guard Mike Evans. They have nobody to guard Chris Godwin and nobody to guard Antonio Brown. They're going to be literally plucked. Literally plucked. It might be either it might be a blowout or it might be a close shootout. Like that's what I'm thinking. So give me Bucks by 10 on Thursday night.
All right, next game. Tejas, you can start it off. I'm gonna read you the game right now. So the next game is going to be Bengals versus Vikings Sunday 1 p.m.
Yeah, give me the Vikings. This should be a blowout by 14. Dalvin Cook is going to just run wild. I don't see any other outcome. Maybe Kirk Cousins gets in the act, throws touchdown. I want to see Joe Burrow back healthy, but with that O line and that set of receivers, Jamar Chase has not lived up. Hopefully, he lives up to his name, but like I don't see the Bengals coming out with this one. I just don't. Maybe they do week 1 upset because it's just week 1, but Dalvin Cook might go crazy. He might have one of those 200-yard games that we talk about for a running back, but I got the Bengals by 14. I'm sorry, not Bengals, Vikings. Give me the Vikings by 14. My bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Vikings too. This offense should have a field day with Cousins, Thielen, Jefferson, Cook. I think it's gonna be just a complete blowout, not even worth watching. I'm probably gonna watch a bit at the beginning just to see how he can do. Same with Jamar Chase after he had a very disappointing preseason. But I think, like you said, it should be just a blowout with the Vikings coming out on top.
I'm gonna go Vikings. I think it'll be closer though. I don't think it'll be. I think that the Vikings, they have to figure out their defense. I know like they were a little bit injury riddled last season, but I think their defense isn't the best. But having said that, the Bengals don't have an O line, so we'll see how that pans out. But like I said, like Tay just said, Dalvin Cook is so I got Vikings. I think he's gonna be amazing. If you have him in fantasy, so I got Vikings in this one. Next game is going to be ironically the 49ers versus my Lions. I'm gonna go 49ers by like 50. Nah, probably by like 21. I'll just go 21. I'll be optimistic, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think the 49ers are yeah pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah. Also going with the 49ers. The Lions they have a pretty tough schedule, honestly, this season, and starting out with a team that could do a ton of different things this season. I think the 49ers, I wouldn't be surprised if they finished with a record like 7-10 and missed the playoffs, but I also wouldn't be surprised if they finished like 12-5 or what is it, 12-5 and made the playoffs. But I feel like the 49ers are going to be able to win this game. The Lions aren't really, they don't really have too much talent on that team, so I'm going to be taking San Francisco here.
Give me the Niners as well. But I actually expect a nice competition from the Lions, actually. Suas, you might be surprised, but I actually think the 49ers defense is not as good as advertised. And I don't think their offense is as good as advertised either, except for their running game. I feel like if the Lions put together a good methodical game plan, they can keep it close. However, they will not win this game. Give me the 49ers by 10.
All right. Next game we're going to be going to Chargers versus Washington football team. Tejas, you can start it off.
You might be surprised, but I'm gonna take the Chargers in this one. I know it's week one, but I just think Justin Herbert is just gonna go crazy. Week one, it's a big game because this might be the one game we have splits. But I'm gonna go with the Chargers here. I just think Justin Herbert's gonna be playing well. Keenan Allen might go crazy. Washington's defense is good, but so is the Chargers defense. I don't see any flaws in that Chargers defense either. Joey Bosa, healthy Derwin James. I think this might be one of your closer games of the weekend. And I do think it'll be a low scoring game, probably in the 17-20 range. So give me the Chargers by 3 this weekend. And I think that's an upset if I'm not mistaken because Washington is favored, I think. But I do want to remind y'all, all the NFC East teams, they like Washington. Washington won their division last year, but they're not good. They're not good. They won their division because they beat the teams in the division and maybe a few other teams. They're not that good though. At QB, like Ryan Fitzpatrick, yeah, he can throw the ball, but do we really expect him to win 10 plus games in a season? No. So I'm gonna take the Chargers this weekend. Give me 20-17 by 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chargers too. Actually, here, like you said, the NFC East is obviously by far the worst division of football. I don't know if this is much of a hot take, but I'm taking the Cowboys to win the NFC East. But I think that the Chargers, like you said, Herbert's gonna have a game. Chargers are actually favored in this game in Washington, but I still think a lot of people think that Washington's going to win. But I'm taking the Chargers here. Also, I think it should be a close game, but in the end, I think Chargers are going to be on top.
I'm gonna go Washington. I'm gonna just throw out a little bit of differentiality here. I think that Washington's defense is so good, man. Like Chase Young, well, it's Montez Sweat, Jonathan Allen, and then I'm a big believer in Terry McLaurin. I think he's very underrated. I think I would this is unrelated, but I would take Terry McLaurin over DK Metcalf. I think he's that good. So I love Terry McLaurin. Fitzpatrick can throw. He has a good arm. So I think this team could be dangerous. I think this is a sleeper to make a little bit of noise. I don't think they'll win the Super Bowl or anything like that, but I think this team is a sleeper in my opinion. So I got them winning this game. It will be close. It will be close. Next game is the Jaguars versus the Texans. I'm gonna go Jaguars. I don't really know what's going on with the Texans right now, with the whole Deshaun Watson situation, whatever. I think that Urban Meyer definitely has a coaching advantage over. I think the Texans have a new coach.
Cully,
I forgot his name. I think Cully or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, Cully. Yeah. Urban Meyer I think he will run laps around him. I don't think it'll be like a blowout though, because I think the Jaguars still suck. But I think they'll win this game. Trevor Lawrence I think will do pretty well. So, Houston defense is trash. So yeah, I'm gonna give this one to the Jags.
I'm gonna go with the Jaguars too here. I feel like the Jaguars are a team that, I mean, depending on how, of course, Trevor Lawrence plays this season, this team, I'm not going to say definitely won't make the playoffs, but I think that this team can rack up at literally up to 6 wins. if Lawrence plays up to at least his expectations in his rookie year. But in this game, we don't really know what's going on with the Texans, and the Texans really aren't one of the worst teams in the league by talents, with an arguably top 5 quarterback on the roster. But of course, we know he's not going to be playing anytime soon. So the Jaguars should win here. Not one of the best games of the week, obviously, but I think Jacksonville should get their first win of the season.
I don't care if Watson plays or he doesn't play. The Jags are still going to win this game. The Houston defense is literally a trash heap. Like, I think Trevor Lawrence could easily throw for 400 yards this weekend. That's how atrocious I think the Texans defense is. I think DJ Chark could have a big game. Laviska Shenault could have a huge game. James Robinson could be running wild. Like, this could be a potential, I say potential shootout because both defenses are atrocious. But I expect the Jags to come out on this one. Give me the Jags by like 7, though. I don't expect it to be a complete blowout because I think the Texans can also put points on the board. They got a sneaky offense, though, because Tyrod Taylor, Brandon Cooks is fast. Phillip Lindsay is still good, and David Johnson is all right, but they have a sneaky offense. So give me and they have Anthony Miller, who I thought was super underrated. He didn't really get much PT in Chicago either. But I think the Jaguars should win this one. But don't be surprised to see a high scoring game. So give me the Jags by 7.
Next game, only fitting that I have Tay to start this one off. That's Panthers.
Yeah, I actually didn't want to, here's the thing. It's week 1, so anything can happen. But, for the Panthers, week 1s have always been terrible. Always have been terrible because we A, play out in a competition, or B, just look straight out bad in a season we're somewhat supposed to look good. But the Jets' defense is a trash heap. And Zach Wilson, I don't think is good at all. And
Zach Wilson's the best quarterback in this game.
Shut your mouth up. I think that this Panthers defense is going to be a top 10 defense in the league. I actually legit believe that because no, I'm not kidding, Hudson. Okay, J.C. Horn, if he plays up to his potential, and he has been playing up to his potential, I think he could be lockdown Jalen Ramsey type, and Brian Burns coming off the edge, and Hassan Reddick. They have got some studs in there. Jeremy Chin. I haven't even mentioned Shaq Thompson and Yetur Gross-Matos. There's so much depth on that defense, and they have been playing up to par. If they forced 5 turnovers, the starting defense forced 5 turnovers in 2 preseason games. I know it's preseason, but Zach Wilson, if he gets pressure underneath him, he is not shown to be good. So I feel like if we can get pressure, he might be in some trouble. And the Jets defense can't stop anybody. I expect Sam Darnold to at least throw for 300 yards. And you're probably like, what the fuck? But yes, I expect Darnold to throw for 300 yards easy this weekend. Expect Robbie Anderson or DJ Moore to have a good game. Expect Terrence Marshall to look nice. Expect CMC to have his classic 200-yard scrimmage game with maybe a touchdown or 2. Okay? This should be it shouldn't be, I don't expect it to be close, but give me the Panthers by 10 this weekend.
As much as it would be so funny for the Jets to win this game, I'm gonna go with the Panthers too. I think it's gonna basically be the Christian McCaffrey show. I don't think Darnold's gonna do anything at all. Week 1, anything could happen, but I'll take the Panthers here.
I got the Panthers. Sam Darnold will take revenge versus his old team. I actually saw something, Tatus, I want to tell you. According to some NFL executives, the Panthers are ranked 12th amongst NFC teams. So just to throw that out there.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm winning this game.
They're not making
playoffs.
Let me say something about this, okay? This team has been slept on all season, but if you look, position by position, we actually have one of the more well-rounded teams in the league. Like I'm not even kidding. Like more well-rounded teams in the league because the offense is explosive and the defense is just young and underrated. Nobody's looking on that side of the ball. And again, I don't want to bring up former teams, but 2015 Carolina was so underrated. People didn't have them going to the playoffs. And people said, "Oh, they're going 7-9. They're going 8-8, stuff like that." They ended up going 15-1 because they had such a good, well-rounded roster. I expect the same out of this. Well, I don't expect them to go 15-1 or 16-1. I expect them to go in this 10-9 win range. But this is the more well-rounded teams in the NFC, in my opinion. So,
All right. The teams that are ahead of you guys are apparently the Bears, the Cardinals, the Saints,
I don't think the
football
Bears are
team, the
even
Vikings, the
good, bro.
Cowboys,
I don't think
Seahawks,
the
49ers.
Cowboys have no defense either. And the Cardinals, they just suck sometimes. They have these lulls. Well, they'll be trash. Like
The
Kyler
Cowboys are
Murray,
better.
sometimes he'll have these lulls. The Saints are really garbage. I don't care if Jameis Winston plays well. They still suck on defense. Like they have nobody to guard anybody. Like that defense is a trash heap. They lost Trey Hendrickson. Cam Jordan's getting old. I could keep on going, but we'll just continue on with the predictions. So
Yeah, let's move on.
All right, next game will be Cardinals versus Titans. I have this one being a close game, man. I think that I have the Titans. I'm gonna go with the Titans. I think the Titans are going to do, I think the Titans are going to do well in this game. A lot of people, I think the Cardinals are favored if I'm not mistaken, according to some sources. But um, I think the Titans with Derrick Henry, AJ, is Julio playing?
yes,
Should
If
be.
Julio's
Yeah.
playing, or no, yeah, if Julio's playing, yeah, I got the Titans in this one. Probably it's a close. I'll probably give them by like 7 or something. It'll be pretty close, but I have the Titans winning this one.
Yeah, the Titans are actually favored to win the game, according to ESPN, at least -3. But I'm going with the Titans here. I mean, sorry, the Cardinals. I'm going with the Cardinals here. I think that the Titans, they have a very bad defense. And the Cardinals, I mean, the Titans for them, it's their first game with their I was going to say big four with Tannehill, Henry, AJ Brown, and Julio Jones. But I feel like the Cardinals, they've had some chemistry this past year, and I think that adding JJ Watt is maybe won't do too much, but it will do some good for their defense. They still have Chandler Jones, right? Chandler Jones. He requested a trade, but he hasn't been traded, so it looks like he might just be playing with them. Um, but I think that this Cardinals defense is really, really nice, and I think Isaiah Simmons is going to be good. Isaiah Simmons is with the Cardinals, isn't he?
yes.
Yeah, I think he's going to be taking a leap this year after having a quiet rookie season, and their offense is just dynamic in the end, so I'm taking the Cardinals in this one here.
Do you want to go? You want to make a
Oh, is he here?
prediction? He's still muted. Give me the Titans here. I expect Derrick Henry to run wild. I don't think anybody except maybe Isaiah Simmons can stop Derrick Henry. And you can block Isaiah Simmons off. I get it, he's versatile. But Derrick Henry is going to be running wild. Tannehill can just do his regular job of handing him off, and people will start to talk about him being a top 5 quarterback just because he can hand the ball off to Derrick Henry. Um, I just think the Titans will run wild. And again, as I mentioned before, this Cardinals offense has so many lulls. They're not consistent in my opinion. They look good in spurts at times, but they're very inconsistent. Don't let the fact that they have DeAndre Hopkins and Kyler Murray fool you at all. They are very inconsistent. And
Their
I
run
expect
defense is terrible too.
their run defense is terrible too, exactly. Which is exactly why I said Derrick Henry might run wild. Um, so yeah, I don't expect anything out of the Cardinals this weekend. Give me the Titans by 10.
All right, next game: Seattle Seahawks versus Colts. It's gonna be a good one as well, Tejas. Who do you have?
This is one of your this is one of the crossroads game of the week because you could pick either team and I wouldn't have a problem with it. But if Carson Wentz is healthy and he's gonna play, I don't know what the report is. I think he's healthy, right? If I'm not mistaken. Can someone fact check that
Who?
real quick? Carson
Who?
Wentz. Wentz.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Wentz is playing.
He's healthy. He's healthy. He's
If
healthy. He's healthy.
if Wentz is gonna play, give me the Colts this weekend. I don't. It's in Indianapolis too, and I don't think Seattle's that good at all. Everybody talks about this NFC West division as being one of the best in the league, and rightfully so. They have some of the more powerful teams, but I just don't think Seattle is that good in my opinion. People talk about them as a 13 to 14 win team. No, I see them more in the 9 to 10 win team range. But they're very inconsistent in my range. Maybe Chef Russ will cook this weekend, but that Colts defense, oh, they're up to the challenge. This defense is really nice. People didn't even realize it last year, but the Colts defense was one of the more. I'm pretty sure they were top 10, if I'm not mistaken, in terms of defenses last year. They were that good. And I think the only team that stomped them over was Tennessee, and that was because nobody can stop Derrick Henry unless you stack the box. Um, I expect the Colts to play really well. The Seattle defense is a trash heap in the secondary. Blitz boy can't do anything. I expect a very close game still, but give me the Colts by 3 this weekend. I expect Rodrigo Blankenship to be a factor in this one. So yeah.
Interesting. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks here. I think Russell Wilson, we know what he does. Has the MVP type stuff through through the first 6 games, and then at some point playing one of his division rivalries, whether it's the Rams or the Cardinals or the 49ers, he throws like 4 interceptions, and then that MVP campaign is over. But I think Wilson is going to be able to keep it together through the whole season, through the playoffs and stuff. But through at least this first week, the Colts have a tough defense, and I'm going to be honest, I'm really really high on the Colts this season with the Wentz being reunited with Frank Reich or Reich, whatever it is. And I'm just really high on Wentz and the Colts this season. But at least for this first game against the Seahawks, I'm going to be taking Seattle here with Wilson having a great game.
I got the Seahawks. The Seahawks are actually a very good road team last year, so I don't think they'll struggle on the road. I think Wentz will be rusty. I think Wilson will come out sharp as he always does in the first 12 games, as Hudson mentioned of each season. Yeah, I think this. I think the Seahawks will. I think the Seahawks will. I don't think it'll be a blowout. It'll probably be like 7-4 point game win or something. But I have them winning for sure. Blitz boy will clean up late, but I think the Seahawks will win. I think the Seahawks. Next game is going to be Steelers versus Bills. I got the Bills, man. I got the Bills winning the Super Bowl this year, actually. Probably a bit biased because of Gabe, but I think the Bills are nice, bro. I really like the Bills team. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, their defense has been bolstered. Like, I saw that firsthand. Like, they weren't even playing their starters against us in preseason, and their defense was really good. I like the Bills team a lot. I think they'll win against the Steelers. It won't be easy. Steelers have Minka, T.J. Watt, and it won't be easy for Josh Allen. But I think that Big Ben is gonna have a tough time. So I have the Steelers winning this one. I mean, I have the Bills winning this one. I'm interested to see how Najee Harris does. He's started at running back for the Steelers. He's one player I'd watch out for. The Bills winning this one.
Yeah, as much as I would like for the Bills to lose this game so that the Dolphins can be first in the AFC East, I'm gonna go with the Bills here. I think that they're gonna be a very very fun team to watch this year. I think the Steelers should be too, but I feel like I don't even have the Steelers actually making the playoffs, but I think the Bills are gonna be a very very fun team to watch this year. Very good team this year. I also have them winning the Super Bowl, but yeah, they're favored in this game. I'm guessing by a ton. Let me see how much. I don't know, but yeah,
It's
they're
actually
definitely
not
favored in
by
this
a lot.
game.
They're favored,
Huh?
but it's not by a lot.
At 6.5 right now, so decently for football.
3 points
But
for the home team. So
mm-hmm. But yeah, Bills Mafia is going to be going crazy, but I'm taking the Bills in this one. Their defense, offense, too dynamic for the Steelers team.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Week 1, this is Josh Allen's season. He's going to win MVP. Book it, literally book it. Last year, I thought he
Facts.
arguably should. I thought Josh Allen played one of his best seasons ever last year. I think he could surpass that this year if he just controls his turnovers. I think Josh Allen will be very good this year. Expect at least like 50 combined rushing and passing touchdowns from Allen. And I expect this to be a close game, actually, though. Um, it should be like 24-27, but give me the Bills. And I think one more thing y'all are saying about the Steelers, don't underrate the Steelers either. I think the Steelers, now that they're healthy, again, they got Devin Bush back. They have TJ Watt. They have their receiving core back. I don't know if they're as mentally prepared to
Minka
seek revenge.
Fitzpatrick.
I mean, again, I didn't even mention Fitzpatrick. That defense is nice, and even though we clown them because of the TikToks, this team is really nice, and don't be surprised to see them in the playoffs. In fact, I think they might be one of the 7 teams that makes it eventually because the AFC North, as we talk about, is one of the more better divisions in our league because of the Steelers. So other than that, I think the Bills they should win this game. It'll be close though. Give me the Bills 27-24 by 3.
Before we move on to the next game, I have to say one thing. I'm gonna say one thing right now, all right? Gabriel Davis is going to break out this year. I saw him.
Oh yeah, I agree too.
He
Yeah.
came. He came to Sanford. I think a week ago. He came back. I saw him work out. The boy, he's going to break out, man. Josh Allen, that's gonna be crazy. I think he might be wide receiver too. Cole Beasley is dealing with some off the field shit right now, so I think he's gonna go crazy. So shout out to Gabe. Next game, Eagles versus Falcons. Eagles versus Falcons. Tejas, who do you have?
Oh, give me the Eagles by 10 plus. This Falcons defense is so bad. Like, I mean, so bad, bruh. Like, it's just a trash heap. I expect Jalen Hurts to have a field day, like a field day. He might have 300 plus yards passing, and that's not even mentioning his rushing. Um, I expect the Eagles to win, but the Falcons should keep up offensively. But defensively, they can't stop a mild breeze. So give me the Eagles by 10 plus this weekend.
I'll go with the Eagles too, although I don't really think it's going to be too much of a blowout. Neither of these teams are very good at all. But I think either way, the Falcons defense, like you said, just absolutely garbage. The Falcons have a new weapon in Kyle Pitts, but I don't really think it's going to do too much. I'll take Philly here.
I'm gonna go Falcons,
Jeez.
bro. I'm not a believer in Philly. I'm glad Ape is not here to hear this one, but I'm not a believer in the Eagles. They have a new coach. We'll see how that works out. But I just think that the Falcons have a little bit more continuity on the offensive side. You know, Matt Ryan, I'm not the biggest fan, but he's been there. Calvin Ridley, I think, is super underrated. He was disrespected on that top 50 or top 100 list for sure. I think Kyle Pitts is gonna come out and he might be a contender for offensive rookie of the year. Like I know he's not like the position like that usually wins it. Like tight ends usually don't win it, but he's gonna come in and be one of the most NFL ready players. Like he's amazing. Like he's really really good. So yeah, I think that. And who didn't they add a new running back?
Oh,
Or am I
Wayne
tripping? Who's
Gallman
their
and
running
Mike
back?
Davis. They
Mike
had a
Davis.
Wayne Gallman a week ago.
Yeah, Wayne Gallman. Yeah, okay, yeah. So I think Atlanta's offense will just be too much. I know their defense is trash, but I like their offense to have the chemistry. So Browns versus Chiefs. I'm gonna go Browns. I know the Chiefs are probably favored, but I'm a big fan of Myles Garrett. I think Baker Mayfield is knocking on their door to becoming a top 10. He's definitely top 15, but top 10 QB soon. I'm still not a believer in the Chiefs O line. Like I know it was just preseason, but they didn't really like they played they played their like big guy. Like Patrick Mahomes played they played a lot of their starters. Their O line was not the best. Like as we saw in the Super Bowl, they added Joe Thuney, but I don't know how much he's gonna make a difference. I like this one. I'm gonna go with the Browns because if you want to pick an upset, it's probably gonna be Week 1. So I'm gonna go with the Browns.
Yeah, I know the Chiefs are favorite, and I'm a big believer in the Browns for this year. I think that many people think that they're going to be winning the AFC North, as that's what I think. But I do think that the Chiefs are going to be able to win this game in Kansas City. I think it's going to be just I don't want to say blowout for sure, but I think that this could definitely be a very close game that the Chiefs are able to pull away with.
Yeah, give me the Chiefs too. I expect a good game. This is your AFC Divisional Rematch. I expect a good game out of both of these teams. I expect the Browns with their potent running attack and their play action with Baker and OBJ to be really good. But I also expect Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, and Travis Kelce to go crazy as well. Be a close game, but I expect a very good game. This is gonna be your game of the week more than likely. Give me the Chiefs 30-27 by 3.
All right. Next game. All right, next game, Packers versus Saints, which is in Jacksonville for some reason.
Give me the Packers by 17 this weekend. I don't think the Saints are good at all. I expect Devontae Adams to have a field day. And I expect Aaron Jones to run wild as well. And I expect pissed off Aaron Rodgers to launch missiles all over the field. This game will not be close at all. And the Saints will be humiliated, especially since the fact that their team sucks. I expect Jameis Winston to revert back to his bakery form and giving out and baking out turnovers to the other team. I expect Jair
You're
Alexander.
not a believer in Jameis Winston?
I sort of believe in Jameis, but I also expect that he'll give Jair Alexander a cookie. Uh, I also expect a few fumbles and a few more interceptions. I don't believe in this Saints offense except for Kamara and Michael Thomas, and the rest of their team sucks. Their defense is a trash heap, and I expect Adams and Jones to go crazy this weekend. Give me the Packers 41-24 this week.
Yeah, this game's just in Jacksonville because of the hurricane stuff. But I'm taking I'm gonna go with the Packers in this game. I do think that the Jameis Winston can make something possibly happen for the Saints team, but I think in the end it'll go in the Packers' favor. I think the Panthers are gonna actually be finishing over the Saints, but I'm taking the Packers here. I think Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams, Aaron Jones, they're all gonna be lighting up the Saints defense. And I'll take the Packers in a decently blowout here.
Got Packers too. I don't think there's anything more to say. Michael Thomas is not playing, if I'm not mistaken. So it's just Alvin Kamara by himself, and I don't think that's enough. So I'm gonna go with the Packers. Next, Dolphins versus Patriots. Very, very interesting. You know, I got to start this one off. Give me Patriots. Give me Patriots.
Come on. Yeah. Good. Take the Patriots.
I don't know who's favorite. Hudson, who are the Dolphins
No,
favored?
Patriots
Yeah,
are favorite.
Who's favored?
Patriots are at home, so they should be favored by
Patriots
3
are favored by
points.
like 3 or 1.
Okay, yeah.
By
Okay.
2.5.
Yeah. Give me the Patriots. Apparently, Mac Jones was teaching the play.
No,
Cam
that's
Newton, so
cap,
he
bro.
definitely knows the playbook.
Rob Ninkovich
It's not.
said that. Rob Ninkovich said that just to get his QB's morale up. That's cap.
But yeah, I think this will be a low scoring game. I think this will be a low scoring game. I think Brian Flores will fluke his way
What the hell?
to the Dolphins fans got tricked last year.
I agree.
They'll take an L. They'll take an L for sure.
Wow.
I think that they're rebooting their offense. The Dolphins, full year of Tua starting.
Which is
I
a
think that
W.
Miami will make some offensive mistakes, but I think that New England literally strengthened at every position this year. So yeah, I think New England will definitely win this game, in my opinion.
Give me the Dolphins here. Yeah. Give me the Dolphins. Quarterback, we're good. We're good at quarterback. I don't care what anybody else says. We're good at quarterback. We're good at quarterback. Wide receiver, we're solid. Will Fuller's out for this game, but that's fine. We got Parker, Preston, Jakeem, Shaheen, and what's his name? Albert Wilson's been a stud in practice. Same with
We
Waddle
didn't even
too.
mention
You don't
Jalen
even
Waddle.
mention you're a rookie, bro. What do you?
No, I was leaving
God.
Jalen Waddle for best for last. And I said Waddle too. And then tight ends, obviously, we're good. We got a top 5 tight end in the NFL. O-line is decent. Defense, obviously, top tier. So, yeah, I mean, Mac Jones is just going to be struggling all day. Tua is going to go off against this Patriots good defense, but it doesn't matter for our offense. We're Dolphins in 4.
All I expect from the Dolphins, the only player on the Dolphins I want to see do well this weekend is Myles Gaskin.
Yeah,
But
Myles
other than
Gaskin,
that,
dude, stud.
I expect that this should be a close game. It should be a close game in all opinion. And I think that Miami will keep up with New England. It'll be close, and I expect Gaskin to have a few touchdowns. I expect Mac Jones to throw a few to Nelson Aguilar and to have Damian Harris running a little bit. They can stop the run to an extent, but they can't contain it fully if it's a power run situation. So I think Damian Harris might have a little bit of a success. But in the end, New England should win this game. New England should win this game by at least 3 to 7 points.
Wow.
I expect Tua turn the ball over to throw at least 3 interceptions, fumble a few times. A combined 3 turnovers is what I expect from Tua. And I think the Patriots will prevail in this Week 1 matchup to take the tiebreaker, to lead the tiebreaker. And I expect them to win 27-23.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Dolphins are winning this week. I don't know what anybody's saying.
Dude, okay, again, remember what happened last year, Week 1 in New England? Y'all
Yeah,
look
because
so unprepared.
we've a whole different team since then.
Yes, you have Tua turn the ball over. Yes, that's
And
the one.
where does that name come from?
You lost. Didn't you lose Kyle Van Noy?
Yeah.
We did. And what about that?
You lost Shaq. Fuck, what's his name?
Shaq Lawson.
Shaq
We've
Lawson.
been arguing. Oh shit! No, we cut him. We have Nick Needham, an underrated corner.
Dude, I don't care, bruh. Your defense is fine. I mean, your
Jerome
defense
Baker.
Is you
Yeah,
guys,
our
the thing
defense
is,
is fine.
you can't stop the power run, and that's what the Patriots are all about.
The
They're about
Patriots
power
won't. The
run.
Patriots won't score more than 14 points in this game.
Dude,
You
the
also
Patriots
said Brian Flores is the best coach in the NFL.
He's a top 32 coach in the NFL.
Okay, but you know who he's going against right now?
Yeah, he's
This
going up
old
against the best coach
scumbag.
in the NFL.
Bro, the Patriots, I don't think you understand how good the Patriots, like how much the Patriots like strengthened. Like
Yeah.
Nelson Aguilar, I love Jacoby Myers, Jonnu Smith, Hunter Henry,
Yeah, that was
Matthew
a stat.
Judon. They got Dante Hightower back. Kyle Van Noy went to them.
Jalen Mills, like
Jalen
that
Mills,
team is
Devin
stacked.
bro. J.C. Jackson. Oh,
AC Jackson, Stephon Gilmore. We didn't even mention Gilmore.
yeah, we didn't even
Gilmore's
mention
not playing.
Stephon.
Gilmore's out for like the first 6 games.
Oh yeah, he is.
Oh, he is. My bad. But even still, that
Yes, he is,
defense
yeah.
is so
Gunner.
good. Like, I don't expect if Miami wins this game, it's because Mac Jones reverts to rookie form and throws a few interceptions. Other than that,
So okay, wait. If Mac Jones throws a few interceptions, are you going to go off on him?
yes, I will.
3
Because
interceptions.
the game plan
No.
for New England, Hudson, the game plan for New England should be simple. Run the ball up the gut. Power run, 2 tight end sets, have a fullback in, and give the ball to Damian Harris.
Until they get into Christian Wilkins' lane.
Here's the thing. Damian Harris should have at least 20-plus touches, or New England does not win this game. I promise you that's the game plan for New England. Damian Harris and whoever the backup running back is, it might be Rex Burkhead, should have at least 20-plus carries, or they don't win this game. I promise you.
Broncos versus Giants. Broncos versus Giants Sunday 4:25. Tejas, who do you have?
Give me the Broncos. The Giants are trashy. The only player on the Giants I want to do well is Kenny Galladay. But I think the Broncos are actually good this year. They actually have a solid defense and a very a young and developing offense. But I expect Teddy. Well, actually, yes, I expect Teddy Bridgewater to still have his usual 2 interception game, but they'll still win this game because their defense is good. So yeah, give me the Broncos by 4 points.
I think that the Broncos definitely have a chance to win this game, or I think that they will win this game. I think their defense is definitely a top tier in this league, and I still think that they're making the wrong decision with Vic Fangio being on the hot seat, definitely entering the season. Um, I think he's already off to a bad start, honestly. I think Drew Lock should be starting. I think he's going to be great this season if he can get into the game at some point. But like I said, I think the Broncos defense is top tier. They're gonna keep this Giants offense from going anywhere. So I'm taking the Broncos this first game.
I'm not a believer in the Broncos, as can be made clear here. Their quarterbacks are both trash. Drew Lock, okay, yeah, no, Drew Lock sucks. Teddy Bridgewater sucks even more. So, whoever they start, I think is going to be terrible. Daniel Jones is not much better, but I think Daniel Jones will do better than both of these guys. Um, I'm pretty sure Javonte Williams will start for the Broncos. I don't think they have another running back, but I'm pretty sure Saquon is healthy. Kenny Galladay, big play Kenny Galladay, man. Kenny Galladay will show out. He's, I watched him in Detroit. He's a very, very good wide receiver. So I'm gonna go with the Giants. I think it's gonna be very close. I think this might be like a very underrated game. I think this will be one of the closer games of the week, in my opinion. All right, next game. The last 2 games actually. I'll start this one off. Bears versus Rams. Bears versus Rams. I'm gonna go Rams. Matthew Stafford is about to go crazy this year. I think Matthew Stafford is going to. He knows the Bears really really well because he's been playing them for a while. Yeah, I think Matthew Stafford will run circles around the Bears defense. Aaron Donald, will play very well. For the Bears, it's going to be Allen Robinson. I do not want to see Andy Dalton play for the Bears. I mean, I do want to see him play as a Lions fan, but like I like Justin Fields, so I would rather he develops. But they're probably going to start Andy Dalton. I think he sucks. Like I don't think he's good at all. Like he was terrible. Like every Bears fan I know, like hates him. So I think the Rams will win this pretty easily.
Yeah, give me the Rams too. I expect Aaron Donald to have a field day against that tragic Bears O line. I also expect Jalen Ramsey to lock up Allen Robinson. Andy Dalton should have a bad day in that pocket. That defensive line will get to him. And Matthew Stafford, I expect him to have a big game, especially after being relieved and he doesn't have to carry his team. He's got weapons around him to throw to. He's got Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods. He's got Tyler Higbee, who's very nice. He's got some weapons around him. And I think the Rams should win this game pretty convincingly by 10 plus points.
All right, and then last game, Monday night prime time, Ravens versus Raiders at Raiders, and I have the Ravens winning this one. I think the Ravens, will pull this one out. I think the Ravens just have too many weapons. Marquise Brown, Sammy Watkins, obviously Mark Andrews, Lamar. I did like the Rashad Bateman pick. I don't think he's playing. He's on IR. And then you still have like Calais Campbell, Marlon Humphrey. I don't even mention. Like I like this team. I don't think the Raiders are that good. I think they're average, but I don't think they're anything special. I think Derek Carr will he'll feel the heat because the Ravens are going to be trying to contain the run as much as possible, and I think his only like passing outlet is really Darren Waller. So we'll see how he fares, but I think the Ravens will win this one.
I expect this to be a close game. Actually, this would be one of the better games of the week. Darren Waller against his former team will have a big day. He will have a big day against this team. I expect a very good game out of Waller. Actually expect a good game out of Derek Carr. Usually the Raiders play pretty good in the first few weeks, um, and I expect nonetheless hear from them either. I actually expect Lamar Jackson to kind of struggle at the beginning, but I expect Lamar Jackson to pull through in the end. I expect the Ravens to win by 3. Should be a pretty close game, 31-28. But I expect Waller to have a monster game. There's nobody on the Ravens that can guard him, except for maybe Marlon Humphrey. But you're not going to put an outside corner, on a tight end. So give me the Ravens, but I expect the Raiders to keep it very close.
That's going to be it for us. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed our predictions for Week 1. Those are all the games. We're going to be coming back to this after the Week 1 games to revisit these predictions and see how we fared. We'll probably just keep track of predictions throughout the whole season, like just add up who got how many right and stuff like that. And yeah, that's going to be it for the video. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below. Peace.